Now, we have had already several historic moments in this building, and you're about to witness another one. This evening, John Heaney is wordless. Nobody outside of here will believe you, but you witnessed it.
That's why we're taking it.
A heckler, Mother McGinty.
I'll deal with it. Where is it? Ouch.
And it's on tape. I love it. Now, what does it feel like standing here when we've all been so much part of this? Now, there is some truth to the rumor that there's a corner of the vault in this building for my ashes. We haven't worked out the timing. But also there's another little glitch, because the city of Ottawa cannot guarantee that in 300 years from now, some archive summer student will find an old box and think that it's full of dust and clean it out. Dust to dust is probably inevitable, but it's what you do between the piles of dust that makes life very interesting. And it's been fun getting to know you all to various degrees of lengths of time as we have worked together to make this possible. I, like other members of the Friends, are busy cleaning out our basements after years of paperwork and all kinds of memos and things. And all this is going to come to the archives. And when our own office upstairs is overflowing, we will move into the archivist's office next door. I've always said to our members that we are serving everybody who lives in this city. Every man, woman, and child wakes up in the morning and contributes to the story of Ottawa and shapes it. And we are the ones who track what they do and how that will be recorded. And I get into trouble at City Hall sometimes because I keep referring to this place as a town. And what I say is, you can't have a world-class city unless you keep your town quality. Otherwise, you won't be as worldly or as classy. So now we have, just as unabashedly I say, this is our playhouse. Please use that all over the city. And we are going to play. The Friends have been amassing a collection of contacts, ideas, possibilities, future projects, and they're all in a box, and now they can come out. And we're going to put them into action, into reality. We are not going to leave the circles, the councils, City Council chamber, the committees, the boardrooms. We're going to continue to appear and show up with news and developments and suggestions and strong invitations continuously to come on over and get involved. And I take this opportunity, Paul Henry, to publicly celebrate our relationship with you and the archive staff, with Dave Bullock and with Louise Roy-Brochu, because one of the things that's made this really work is we've been very conscious that if you're going to be a Friends organization, you have to really work with all the staff of the institution that you are in support of. And that too is a part of the story of the Friends, part of the story of the archives, and part of the story of the city, because now we're going to show people how this is done. I've already had a chat with a similar group in Sudbury, Ontario, wondering how we're so successful and how do we do it and how can they do it. Likewise, this is a wonderful public opportunity to thank the partner libraries who contribute here. Our special thanks to the President of the British Isles Family History Society. On behalf of your entire society, you are really with us all the way, and I would like to publicly acknowledge a generous $1,000 grant to the Friends to help us continue in our work. Thank you so much. I don't know how I would like to ask you to make sure at your next meeting to convey our thanks. Now, we have in this project demonstrated interconnection and the power of community, and the joy that exists when we appreciate, apply, and celebrate our place and how we are linked. Harnessing that will be key to solving all manner of challenges we face as a fast-paced society. No, the ease promised in the 1950s did not manifest itself exactly as we were told it would. How are we connected? Mayor Watson was here on Monday to officially open this wonderful site. Tomorrow he will help represent all of the people of Ottawa in greeting the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. He was here on Monday, he's with them tomorrow. In my wanderings through history and archives, I discovered that one of his grandfathers, the Duke of Edinburgh, used to go hunting with my great-uncle John Heap. On 2 occasions when he and Her Majesty were here in town, he snuck away and went duck hunting. So I was doing my research, and I came across some photos of those occasions and some coverage. And I thought, well, what if? So I bundled the package together and learned that if you mail something to Buckingham Palace, it has to go through Rideau Hall, where it's put in a diplomatic pouch. It goes directly to Buckingham Palace. And this I did. A couple of weeks later, I got a notice from the post office that there was a registered letter waiting for me. And when the postal clerk brought it, he said, "Oh my God, it's from Windsor Castle." And I tried to look like that happened every week. And what the Duke told me in the letter, he thanked me for the material, said, "This is really nice to see this." He said, "Did you know that on one of these occasions, I hunted with the Heeneys, with your grandfather and your great-uncle. One of the royal party had come down with the whooping cough. And when we tried to hide at dawn in the bulrushes for the ducks, we tried to use the whooping cough to call the ducks." And that's a story of how well we are connected. And pictures and all that material are going to end up in the city archives. Thank you all here for your friendship and your support, and no doubt readiness to explore what we do next. I have ideas for us that we're not going to give up. I'm proud of you, and I've been really proud to work with you, and travel with you, and I love you all. And we've done so well. We are going to work together and continue to show this community what friendship and buddyhood can do. Now, speaking of dust to dust, but having fun along the way, I'd like to introduce Phil Jenkins. He's going to remember that introduction for the rest of his career. I must tell you, I had a long and wonderful conversation in my home with citizen columnist Dave Brown. Phil's name came up. And Dave said, "You and I and Phil need to go out for a drink together. That's going to be fun." Since my great-great-grandfather was president of the Irish Temperance League, I'm only allowed to have 1 beer. So in the weaving of this evening, Phil is going to give us a song to again show how we are all together. And it's a way of reminding all our forebearers in Ottawa that they can come and join us too across history. The story of Ottawa continues to include iconic turns when we have built, as we've done here, and rebuilt too, as part of collective experience and collective memory. I thank you so much for helping us all with this. Thank you.